So we keep hearing about how Islam is the loving, peaceful religion, and you know, at the end of the day, that Islam is love and tolerance and blah blah blah. Well, not so much for this 21-year-old Palestinian woman has back broken and then is murdered by her brother in honor killing. And this story gets so much worse. I must admit, I like the fact that she's wearing a headscarf, but she's got a Gucci shirt on. Like, you can see it here. Gucci. Gucci. Anti-Semite Russia Tarib blames the Jews. Wonder why my videos aren't monetized, but let's jump into it. 21-year-old, and she's actually quite cute, actually. Israel Garbo, I'm getting that name wrong, I apologize, posted a photo of herself on Instagram one day before she was engaged. This was too much for the family who sent her to sent in her brother to beat and torture the woman for dishonoring her family. Because Islam is love and peace, of course. On the first day of the beatings, Israel broke her back when she fell out of a 2-story window. On the second day, her brother Arab came back and murdered his sister. Now, of course, the anti-Semitic Democrat and squad member Russia Tarib blamed the Jews for honor killing. You're probably sitting there like I was, scratching your head, saying, how the hell is this the bloody Jews' fault? So what she wrote here is, Israel's death illustrates an ever-present toxic masculinity and control over women's bodies and lives. Help get justice for Israel by exposing the truth. Babyfist.com, get inspired, blah, blah, blah. Right? So, you're probably sitting there thinking, like I was, there's nothing in this tweet that is blaming the Jews or anything like that. Until you go to this link here, this babyfist.com brings you to this website. Now, disclaimer, honor killings are not Muslim and are not Arab. This is a universal phenomenon which takes place in nearly all corners of the globe. I don't remember seeing an honor killing in Australia. Can someone point to me an American family? Actually, give me 5. We'll be a little bit harsher on. Give me 5 honor killings that happen in an American family. And I'm not talking some immigrant that's come over from Islam or anything like that. I mean a traditional American family that's done an honor killing. You might get the occasional 1 or 2 that happen from like the South, like the Bible Belt, but even that is frowned upon. But let's face it, this honor killing has nothing to do with the Bible Belt. This has to do with her disrespecting her family. Now, it'd be quite interesting to find out who she wanted to marry and who she was engaged to. Although, from my understanding of Islam, it's even the practice of not getting permission from her dad that would be enough to get her back broken and killed and stabbed and thrown over. Sorry, fallen out of a 2-story window. Like, for example, as far as I know, even over there, they in some strict Islam families or Palestinian families, they would actually want you to get permission from the father before you even ask. It could have been as simple as that. We don't know. The past Thursday, 21-year-old Israel Garbo was murdered in hospital at the hands of her brothers. The hospital staff did not intervene. One nurse recorded a video from outside the hospital room from which Israel's screams were escaping. I'm not here, however, to tell you the details of the story. You can find those through a Google search. Why aren't you here to tell the story of that? If you're after justice for this girl, why don't you tell her story? probably because it goes against your narrative, right? I'm here to tell you why this story matters and what it means. No, you're here to tell people what to think. That you're here to put your spin on this. Because at the end of the day, there's no way I've ever heard of anything happening like this in Australia. There's no way I have ever heard of anything like this happening in New Zealand. And there's no way I've heard of it except for maybe in the Bible Belt of it happening in America. Or even in the UK, in a typical English traditional family. I've never even heard of this. How I have heard of this, though, I've heard about it from Islamic countries. So when you're sitting there saying honor killings are not Muslim and they're not Arab, I disagree. I really, really do. So Israel's death illustrates the over-proximate toxic masculinity and control over women's bodies and lives. She forgot to put that Muslims have. But anyway, women are the vessel and honor of their family, which means what they say, how she behaves, what she wears, etc. Does that not sound like Islam to people? What she wears. Does that not sound Islamic to people? The impact of the family honor, as a result, she has very little control over her body and her life, because honor is a tool used by men to reinforce the power over women and take it upon themselves to protect the family honor by controlling their mothers, sisters, wives, daughters, etc. In extreme cases, they will also murder to protect their honor. Sounds Islamic to me. So you're probably wondering, where does this come into Israel? Okay, so we skip down here. Now this is why Israel stand to walk away from this untouched by the law. In Palestine, our legal system is the result of centuries of occupation and political turmoil. As a combination of Ottoman, British, Egyptian in Gaza, Jordan and the West Bank, and even no system Area C, desperate, various and continued effort over the last decade, there has been very little reform to this outdated and dysfunctional legal system for two reasons: Israel military occupation and a corrupt Palestinian Authority both hinder any legal, economic and social progress. In other words, it's the Jews and the Authority. And the Palestinian Authority. What? Really? You going there? You sure about that? Because at the end of the day, it seems like it might be a social problem. It seems like it might be a problem with a society that is Islam. May it surprise you that this story of Israel has not gone viral in dysphoria. Yeah, because the left doesn't touch it. The left controls the mainstream media. The mainstream media does not want to talk about this because they realize that your bullshit excuse of blaming Israel isn't going to wash with the majority of people. Right now, there are Arabic articles. This story's rightfully taken the Arabic world by storm, and undoubtedly some Hebrew articles being pushed by some Zionist news outlets to try and pink-wash occupation again. Now, look, at the end of the day, do I think that the Zionists or the Jews are going to milk this because they don't want to take a shot at Palestine and Islam? Sure. Does that make this any less of a tragedy? No. At the end of the day, what this makes is there's a dead 21-year-old girl for being killed in Palestine because of an honor killing from an Islamic country. That's the point. That's the thing that matters the most out of this. is that there is a dead 21-year-old Islamic girl because she was killed by her brother because of honor killings. This is supposedly the religion of peace, the religion of tolerance. And here they are murdering their own flesh and blood because of honor. What was so disgustingly what did this girl possibly do that would make someone want to kill her? According to this article, you may have already heard about the horrible murder of a 21-year-old Palestinian Arab woman in Israel, Garbo, reportedly by the hands of her own father and her brother, all because she posted an Instagram video of herself with her fiancé. That was what she did. She posted an Instagram photo of her with her fiancé. That's what she did. That was it. And because of that, they killed her. Now, obviously, they're probably thinking that, that God knows what they're thinking, but anyway. But it has nothing to do with Jews. It has nothing to do with the Israel and the Gaza Bank or occupation or any of that sort of shit. Tarish, whatever her name is, she's blaming Israel because at the end of the day, she's Islamic, she's Arab, and she doesn't want to blame her own country. So blame the Jews. Blame the Jews for it. They did it, apparently. It's ridiculous. It really, really is. Who do I think is responsible for this? Her family, her dad, her brother. Society that allows this shit to happen. That's who's responsible for this girl being killed. Not freaking Jewish occupation. But guys, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Like I said, I thought she was really, really attractive. So, yeah. Yeah. It's a bit of a waste, to be honest. But anyway, let me know what your thoughts are in that comment section. If this video has been helpful, please smack that like button. If you're new to if you're new to the channel, welcome and subscribe. Apart from that, guys, we're going to have one more video about Iran blowing themselves up with a space rocket when Donald Trump shared it. And the left lost their mark. But let's jump into that after this video. Have a great day, guys. Enjoy.